Welcome back, everyone, to the Kegs Retro channel. I hope you all had a good week. It is Friday the 13th, so yeah, hope you're all having a good one. Bit of an unusual video, as you can see from the thumbnail. I think I visited the worst CEX I've ever been, and yeah, just mind baffling. But yeah, let's just do a wee quick intro and then I'll show you what stuff was in CEX and then we can come back, see what I managed to pick up and the reason why I think it was the worst CEX I think I've ever been. So yeah, let's get stuck in. So you join me at CEX in Cameron Toll in Edinburgh. Now, last time I tried to go to the store, it was actually getting refurbished. So I thought I was nip by and see if it's opening and just see what it's actually like. When you first come in, you get the PlayStation 5 section, and yeah, there's just nothing really interesting on the PlayStation 5 that I've been really wanting to pick up. Don't get me wrong, I do want to try and play the new Warhammer. I want to see if they can actually get that in a physical edition. I'm unsure, I've not really seen any in the shops, but I've not really looked. Suicide Squad, I can't believe that's still £22. I can't believe Spider-Man is that price as well. Yeah, great game, but yeah, I think the prices are still a bit crazy to be fair for some of these games. You can let me know what you think in the comments if you think that Spider-Man's still priced too much. The Quarry, still need to pick this game up. It's definitely on my list to get, but I'm trying to focus more on the PlayStation 3 and especially the PlayStation 4. Never heard of this game before, looked really interesting. Again, you can leave in the comments if you've actually seen that game and what your thoughts are. Classic Batman there. Was thinking about picking this one up. But yeah, decent wee PlayStation 4 collection to be fair in this CEX. It's another game that I've not actually seen, is the Empire. I don't know what the main title is there because I can't see it behind the sticker, but a Mafia game that I've not really seen before. But yeah, it looked really interesting. F1 2017, like a special edition copy. You just thought I'd have a wee look at some of the steelbooks that were there. The condition in a lot of these games was shocking. Like, you can't really, the camera doesn't do it justice, but yeah, not really the best condition in some of these games to be fair. And you'll see more in especially when we get to the PlayStation 3 section, what the conditions are like. Yeah, Mad Max there. Seen some people playing that on Twitch recently. Looks really good. It's kind of interesting me. And then yes, as I said, a massive collection of PlayStation 4 games. Do you think PlayStation 4 prices will come down in games? Do you think they're still quite high for what they are, especially with the new gen console PlayStation 5, or do you think that most of those prices are roughly where they should be? You know, £35 for that Transformers game, is that something that's overpriced, underpriced? You can let me know in the comments on what your thoughts are there. Now, for some reason, I want to try to get back into kind of WWF games, like just the nostalgia of them. Just from when I was younger, like SmackDown and on the PlayStation 2, was just unbelievable. But I don't follow wrestling, so I have no idea who's who, but I definitely want to try and see a few games and just try it out, and just for the nostalgia. I thought I'd have a wee look at Switch games, just see what they've got, just to see if there's anything interesting. But yeah, you can see in there if there's anything interesting. I don't really collect Switch. It's meant to be some good games and stuff, but I'm more PlayStation person, as you know. But yeah, let's go have a wee look at the PlayStation 3 section. So this PlayStation 3 section is by far the worst I think I've ever seen in any of the CEX stores. As you can see, looking pretty bare, and yeah, it was some of the condition in these cases have got to be the worst I've ever seen. I don't think I even picked them up, but I was there for after the camera. There was ones that were broke. There was manuals that were completely ripped. There were just ones with tons of stains on them, and yeah, it just wasn't looking too great. Now, this is a game that I've never heard of before. It looked really, really interesting. I'm hoping someone in the comments can actually say how this game is. It was definitely worth a pick up, I think, but I didn't pull the trigger. But I wanted to do a bit more info on it first before picking it up. But yeah, CEX was just shocking on condition wise, and just a selection of PlayStation free games are just awful, absolutely awful. PlayStation 2 games are exactly the same. Just wasn't going there much at all. Now, I was surprised considering this shop just had a massive refurb, so I thought they would have maybe got a lot of stock in and fairly stocked up. But it was just a lot of gaps, even in the DVD section and stuff like that. It was just poorly run. But yeah, let's get back and I'll show you what I've managed to get. So we're back in the room. Now you're probably thinking, right, Kieran, why was that the worst CEX? It didn't look like the worst CEX. And the videos didn't really do it justice, to be fair. It was way worse than what it actually looked like. PlayStation 3 section was awful. There was actually like games that were, hanging off. There was cases that were completely cracked with plastic bits missing off. And I'm like, how does this even happen? Like, how does that get traded in? When I try to trade in something like that, it doesn't get traded in. Now, I can understand it's maybe happened after it, but there was so many of it that it was just totally mind baffling how that's actually managed to get on the shelf. And a lot of it, was just like bad, kind of sticky. So there was some like sticky stuff in a few of the games, and the smell of smoke on them. Now I cannot understand that you just can't. If it was that bad, but I think if a game's that bad of smoke, would you bring it in? I'm sure that some of the people would probably agree with me that they probably wouldn't even take it in. But yeah, this one, I'm surprised for a shop that's been completely been revamped, and recently it was just a condition on it, and everything was about everywhere. Xbox was like, there was some Xboxes in the DVDs and the PlayStation 2 bits. It was just totally baffling. But what made it, I think, the worst CEX I've ever been to was just the staff. So when I was in there was an argument going on with a kind of older gentleman, and it looked like maybe the manager at the time, and they had probably about 5 or 6 staff behind the counter. And even though it wasn't busy, there's maybe like 3 or 4 people, including this chap who was arguing. But how it was, I was trying to listen and thinking of what was going on, but I think how the staff handled the whole situation made it a lot worse, because I feel like they should be constantly professional. And listen, we've all maybe dealt with some customers who are hard or whatever. You kind of got to just be professional and just bite your tongue a wee bit. And end of the day, but they didn't. They were quite rude. I thought. Yeah, I think the gentleman was probably even more ruder, because I think how the situation went on, it made them get more riled up. They were laughing behind the counter, and I just think it was totally unacceptable for what they were doing to this older gentleman. And the older gentleman ended up fucking flipping his lids, and I totally understand why. And he stormed off, and then the woman shout like, and customers everywhere screaming top of voice, "You're banned," blah blah blah. And but what I just feel like I was really unprofessional. I was like, it's just bizarre. I've never seen staff. Don't get me wrong, some of these staff, I'm like, where did they get these guys from and girls? It's, where have they dragged some of these people from the street? Because honestly, like, no service whatsoever. And what I felt quite bad, I felt quite awkward for the chap. I don't know what the argument was about. He might have been in the wrong, they might have been in the wrong, I don't know. But there were still customers in the store, and they were all completely bitching about him, quite loudly, where other members of public are kind of walking about. And I just feel like, that's just not on. And then we're waiting in a queue to get served. There's a woman trying to get help on a mobile phone. Now, there's about 5 or 6 staff behind the counter. There's about 3 of us waiting to get served, and they're all just sitting laughing in the corner and bitching while we're waiting in this queue. We must have been there for like 5-10 minutes just waiting to get served. And I just thought, what? That's got to be the worst CEX. I think, as I said, you've seen my videos, I've been CEX all up and down the country. And for a store that's been completely revamped and the staff and stuff like that, I just felt like that was got to be the worst place, and the smell in there and everything was just absolutely baffling. But yeah, you can let me know in the comments. I'm actually curious to hear if you have had any um, bad service with CEX. Have you seen anything like that? You can let me know in the comments. But we did manage to pick up some games on the side of that, so there is some positive that come out of it. So first game we managed to pick up is a PlayStation 4 game, and that is Mad Max. So I did pick this up, and I have seen some people play it on Twitch, and yeah, it looks really, really good, to be fair. I've never actually played it. Fan of the movie, and the recent movies, to be fair. Really, really enjoyed them. You can let me know your thoughts on this. As I said, I only collect games that are movie related, so if you've played this game, let me know. I've seen some videos on it. It does look really good, but I'm really interested to see how this one plays. I'm trying to really focus on more of the PlayStation 4 at the moment rather than PlayStation 3. I will keep picking up PlayStation 3, but I do really want to try grow the PlayStation 4. The Hobbit managed to pick this game up, and I already own this for the PlayStation 3, but I wanted to get it on the PlayStation 4. As you know, I'm a massive, massive fan of Lord of the Rings. I collect the action figures, boxed, and yeah, I absolutely love it. So I'm a big nerd when it comes to Lord of the Rings. So that was a must to pick up on the PlayStation 4. Really good condition. Yeah, I just feel like the PlayStation 4 games, they just have better quality, as in they don't really get destroyed as much as like PlayStation 3. I understand it's obviously age related, but I seem that more people take care of PlayStation 4 games than they did back in the day on PlayStation 3. And the last game we managed to pick up was Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year edition again. I've got this on the PlayStation 3. However, I wanted to get it on the PlayStation 4. I have completed all these games. I absolutely love it. I wish I don't know. I wish they can bring another one out. They might be doing another one. I don't know, but yeah, I'm keen to actually see if we can get this out in the future. It'd be brilliant. I did have to give them a good wipe when I came in, mind you. As I said, there was a bit of a smoky smell to a lot of the games I was looking at. But yeah, so that's it for me. You can let me know in the comments what you think about the CEX, if you think it was right or wrong, the staff to be like that. Let me know in the comments what you think of the games. Let me know in the comments what's your thoughts and stuff like that. And yeah, keen to see what you can do. So I'll see you in the next one.